Hmm. Hmm. Ugh. Rook d8, then queen e4. I guess now simply queen e8 now. So. Hmm. Hmm. Buenas noches, buenas noches. Es verdad, son las 9. No me jodas. Rook f1. King b2. King b2, maybe rook b1, king a3. And after king a3, I don't know what to do. Jam sad. What do you mean? Hi, Lucas. Best opening for 600 1,000 player. Um, whatever you play, try to play e4. Try to go for tactics. Don't play something too solid. Like, I wouldn't recommend e4 openings unless you are a super nerd. So yeah, e4 openings. The Italian game, it's okay, I guess. Maybe you should also learn some Sicilians. Well, that's my take. That's what I play also. I always love your streams whenever you play some music. Well, music is an option, but um, some people don't like them, so that's why some people don't like music. So that's why it's part of the viewer wishes. I play the Italian. Yeah, I also play the Italian, and I think it's very dynamic. sometimes you can't avoid getting very boring positions and dry positions, but I can also score very quick wins playing the Italian. They have a possible mate on white. I'm looking at it, but I don't see it because it has king a3, right? What am I missing? Because we have this check, king b2 only move, rook b1, and then king a3. So after king a3 is play, I don't really see how to continue. We could try b2, but then white will have the initiative. I guess b2 it should be the move, and then we play bishop e4 blocking. If I play b2, he can take with the bishop. So yeah, I don't get it. Rook f2, rook e8, bishop e4. Yeah, that makes no sense, honestly, because you're recommending rook f2. Oh, sorry. So instead of rook f1, you want to play rook f2, and then rook e8, check for white, and we play bishop e4 blocking. And the threat is, I imagine, this move. Rook c2, is that the threat that you're looking at? But then the king goes here. So how do you win that? I have this check. You might have a checkmate there, yeah. I know you don't because the bishop is only 4. So how do you win this? You just want to win the bishop then? Maybe it's about winning the bishop. Is that what you're looking at? The threat is check and then pushing. No, I think the threat is to take the bishop, but it's sort of connected to pushing as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, rook f2 is a little bit better than rook f1, I guess. Because after rook b1, king a3, and the attack has banished. So I don't really... Let's have a look if it is rook f2. So yeah, rook f2 makes sense. Bishop e4, and then he sacks. Okay. Good. Sharp eye. And so we have knight c2, king d2. I have queen d6. He plays knight d4, or maybe bishop d3 is also a move. So queen d6 is a bit stupid, maybe. What about rise of knight c2? What is the material count? Maybe we can just fork and take the rook. That doesn't seem to be a bad idea. I mean, he does have a check with bishop. I mean, no, not really. Bishop e5 could be played, but we can simply ignore him. Yeah, I think we just go for the rook, right? Queen d6 is just not helping much. Queen c5, too slow. It feels too slow. And what for? Why am I playing that? I think it's knight c2. Merry Christmas, Spencer. Merry Christmas. c2, then sack knight on e3 and take the queen. What? No, sacking on e3 doesn't make much sense either. I would bet that it's just simply taking the rook. Because this is not really a forcing move. So, just gonna take the rook. Okay, and now we need to find something that I couldn't find before. Because here, the knight is trying to get out somehow, but I don't really see how. We have knight c2. Yeah, we can play knight c2. Yes, because if it takes with the bishop, we had rook takes bishop, and then king takes, and then we have a discover attack with the other bishop, winning the queen. So that's why you can play knight c2. And in this position, I guess that the correct move is now simply trading queens. Because if you try to get the knight out, the rook on c8 is a problem, as well as the rook on h8. Because there were two pieces attacking it. So that's why you had to go for the queen trade, and then you can take and be up a rook. Interesting puzzle. I don't remember seeing that puzzle before. Okay, so here we clearly have a discover check. I wonder which one is better. This one blocks the rook, so probably no. But it is a double attack. It is a double check, which doesn't seem to be doing much. What's the material count? We're down a rook, I think, and a bishop. So probably we're not looking for we're not really looking to win material here. We're looking for a checkmate combination. So, oh, I think that no, it's not. I was looking at rook d4, but rook d4, king c5. So, but wait, rook d4, king c5, maybe b4. b4, the king goes here or here. That's too many squares. Nah, it doesn't seem to be correct.
GXLXVXCH.
GX, thank you for the follow. Isn't this mate in 3? Oh, really, is it? I don't see it. Can you please show us? What's the move combination? Check the king with the knight. Yes, but there are a bunch of checks that we need to consider, right? We can check like this. We can check like this. Well, only 2.
Emic.
Well, not really only. Any knight move is actually checked because of the bishop.
Skill issue.
We're not looking for material, though, I think. It's not about that. It's probably a checkmate combination. 18 to go. Knight a3. Okay, so knight a3 is a double check. The king goes to c5. And then what? What do you do when the king goes to c5? He can also go to b4. So there are a couple of moves here for black. Pawn b3, someone says. Alright, so pawn b3, b4, or king c5. We have to calculate what happens when the king goes there. So you say rook d4, king c5, b4, king to the 6th rank. Not necessarily, right? I mean, he can go here. Well, the 6th rank, yeah, you're that's what you mean, right? And rook d6 is mate. Oh, yes, exactly. You're totally right. He found it. Yes. So we have this check, and then everything is covered here. So yeah, we're gonna execute that checkmate. So before and then, there we go. Nice. There we go. Told you, mate in 3. Okay, Spencer. Then rook again. Pin the genius. I don't think so. I think that you can get a pin if it is above 50. If it is above 50, I can give you the pin of genius. Because I think I would have found that myself also. It's just that I was too lazy. And if I can find it, then it's not really that impressive. And the pin of shame is more appealing to me also. And it was only a mate in 3, come on now. What game this is? I know it's chess, but what does it start? Oh, this is puzzle. It's called Puzzle Rush. Puzzle Rush is about solving puzzles. But there are different modes, right? This one is survival mode. So basically you have 3 lives. Okay, so if you lose 3 times, you get a reset. But there is no time limit. You can spend as much time as you want in a puzzle. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's really good to practice your tactics. If you're a Blitz player or Rapid player, this is good practice. Also for Bullet. I hate Bullet though. Pawn h5, queen g7. Let's have a look at that. So we have pawn h5. And I don't think it's correct because queen g7 is just not available. Because the queen can simply take. So, but it's the only check that makes sense as well. The other checks simply don't work because the queen is protecting everything. Unless there is another check that I'm not seeing. Well, we don't have queen e4 either because of the bishop. So what are we looking for? So yeah, we can play this check. The king goes here. Or maybe he goes up. And if he goes up, what do we do? Ah, we have a checkmate with queen h8. So this one looks very promising. And if the king goes to h7, yeah, that's the checkmate that I was telling you about. Now, if he goes here, then I just have bishop e3 check. Bishop e3. The king goes up. Yeah, when the king goes up, I feel a bit stupid. I don't know how to continue there. Oh, did anyone see it already?
Sao.
Sao, thank you for the follow. Force the trade. Trust me. Yeah, I want to trust you, but you could tell us your line so we can have a look at it, review it, and show you how much we trust you, right? Just quit. I could do that as well, you know. There is a quitting button right here, but that would be pointless. Same, queen check. Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. Check him first. Yeah, I think h5 is correct, right? h5, it's correct. Oh, so he goes to f7, and I don't really understand why. I think that the best defense was this one, but I might be wrong. Isn't it just... I couldn't find what's the problem there. Maybe it's this check? Oh, I don't know. I guess we have to have a look at this. Alright, so now we have queen g7, king e8. And then what? King e8. I could play queen g8. And think he's gonna block or go to d7. The only problem is that I don't see the win just yet. Queen g7 and just push. Okay. I guess we just push, but the king is gonna be on time to stop the pawn. You can go to f7, and then I guess we have to get the king here. It should be a winning endgame. Maybe we have to go for the winning endgame. I mean, this, and then we just play h6. And if it takes,
SC.
we take with the pawn, I guess. Ah, no, we take with the bishop. Because he doesn't have bishop e4. And that promotion is guaranteed, right? Yes, because the king is going to be too far away. No, he isn't. I'm trying to make this work, but I'm having some trouble visualizing the entire line. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Take pawn? Which one? This one? No, I think that's not it. It feels too slow. No, it's gotta be queen g7. That's a forcing move. King e8 has to be played. And then we need to come
Massimo
up.
Lopes.
We need to come up with something. Thank you for the follow, Maximo. Or Massimo, I don't know how to read your name. Move your queen. Yes, it's all about moving the queen. So we're gonna play queen g7. So king e8. And now we were looking at a6, as well as a check on g8, but the check on g8 feels a bit useless. So I sort of like this. It's just that he can play king f7 after queen takes. So what I think we have to calculate whether we take with the pawn or the bishop if we play a6. So we play a6 and we take with the pawn, f7, and the pawn has been stopped. So maybe we take with the bishop, and then f7 doesn't seem to be winning either. But then we can take this one, I guess. We can take this pawn and then try to push it like that. But then he can go here. I'm not winning that. Oh yes, maybe I am. Nah, I don't know. What if queen takes? Ah, queen takes. Oh, how stupid of me not to see queen takes. Yeah, so queen takes is just winning, right? Because we take, and then the king is too far away. And the bishop is supporting the pawn. So yeah, it's just queen takes. We take the queen, not the other way around. And now we just... I could take this one. Wait, we gotta be careful here. Is there any tricks? Like, taking makes perfect sense to me, but also pushing. I guess that we have to take, because promotion is still unstoppable. Yeah, we have to take to clean this diagonal, I feel. I might be wrong, though. It's not over yet. Personally, I would take, because wait a second. He has bishop g8. So we can't take. If I take, he's gonna stop me with bishop g8. So we have to push the pawn. Push because of g7. We have to push because of bishop g8. Stopping the pawn. So we have to keep pushing. And I guess we're on time to stop him. Yes, because he can't just take and push at the same time. So we do have time. Alright, so you gotta be careful there because taking would look so attractive. Well, yeah, he had Bishop G8 and that would have been probably a draw. It was probably a draw after that. Okay. Alright, so Queen H5 comes to mind as the only available check. This is spin. So
David D. Luca.
we can't play it. We have to go Queen H4, I guess. It's the only decent move. David, thank you for the follow. Push the pawn is a mistake. Oh, you were wrong. Pin of shame for you for being wrong, right? So pin of shame. There you go. Everyone gets to see. Only move, do it. It seems like the only move. Yeah, I agree. Just play Queen H4 check, and then we go from there. I really don't see where does the king go. If he goes, sorry, if he goes to D8, no, D8 is not simply not available. But can here or here? Those are the two only moves. I guess then we play E7. Queen takes, and is this winning? Maybe we have a check like Queen A4 or something. Queen A4 is probably winning. All right, so let's have a look. So H4. Oh, he's just playing this en passant. And now I was looking at this. This check gives me a lot of confidence. Not only because it's just a forcing move, but it's also because of Queen A8. And if you play Queen A8, it's probably winning. It's gotta be winning because Queen B7 is also available. And the pawns are too advanced. Even though he does have a pass pawn, we're promoting first, it feels. It feels like that. Alright, but this check B5, should I be concerned? I don't think so. Just play this and we win. We're gonna have like 3 pass pawns in the end. Probably Queen C6, it's also a move. I don't know. But yeah, what do you think? Queen A4? Should we go with Queen A4? How did Bro miss on the second puzzle? Yeah, pin of shame for him. It happens. Everyone makes mistakes when it comes to chess. I make them all the time. But there is also this ego in chess players, which is insane. It's crazy. As a streamer, I can tell you that it's like a pandemic. But anyway, Queen A4 leads to mate. Is it? Alright. So yeah, he plays B5, Queen A8. And alright, where's the mate? Is it Queen B7? One is the only available check. So it has to be Queen B7. And then we have a mate here or here. Oh, so that's what you meant, right? Okay. So yeah, Queen B7. And that's the end of the puzzle. Okay. So the winning plan seems to be this. I might be wrong, though. But it's like the most logical approach is to just play rook here so we can promote. Now, this pawn is going to be the problem, maybe. He feels that it's too far away.
Robin.
Robin, thank you for the follow. Now push the pawn to mate. You're talking about the previous puzzle? No, there was a checkmate on the board. There is no need to push.
TANTNTNTN.
Thank you, Trent. Thank you for the follow, as well as
SR.SC and Ho.
S in Ho. And JDM.
JDM.
King A4, Rook A3, and Rook B3.
Niels Helgi.
Oh, that's a very clever plan. I like it. I like it a lot.
Shishiro Nogi.
Because it's just recommending to play this little bridge. So promotion is unstoppable. That's a very clever idea. Who said that?
Rylan.
Anthony, pin of, I don't know, pin of G8.
MJW.
Hey, thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you very much. So we have Nails,
Hi.
Seishiro, A, Rylan, I think. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names. MJ, thank you. Hi. Thank you, guys. Bro, do a match. Yes, you can challenge me.
Santiago Aviles.
It's in the viewers' wishes. It's right there. Santiago, thank you for the follow. So if you go A1, he can give you a check and take the rook. Yeah, but it will be protected by my pawn. So that's why I think it's okay. No, but honestly, I really like the plan that someone recommended with King A4. The idea would be to play this check and then the rook here. So we defend the pawn and the rook cannot take. There is not a single problem with this line. I think that King A4 is a very sensible move. It feels like it's like the type of idea that we should play. Because this looks correct, but there's gotta be a problem with it. There's gotta be a problem with it. That's why it's just not working. But this is a forcing move. The rook has to step away, right? Because we're just threatening to capture the rook. So yeah, I like this plan a lot. We're gonna play it. Unless we're missing something. What's your rating? It doesn't matter. Why are you interested in my rating? You want to compare dicks? Like, who has the bigger dick? Maybe not. But in terms of rating. How you fail the second one? It was a misclick. I think it was a misclick, yeah. Alright, so yeah, rookie 4. And then check, and then this. Yeah, it was a very good plan. Can I play you? Yes, it's in the viewer wishes. It's in the viewer wishes. Okay. So what do we have here? It looks like a losing endgame. If I remember correctly, usually you should attack these pawns from behind. But, I don't know. If he ever plays this, I'm sort of cooked. Because the rook would never be able to stop 2 pass pawns like this. So, rook f6 looks interesting because if it takes, I should be on time to stop them both. That's what it feels. So rook f6 comes as a candidate move. If it plays b6, I take with check, and then I can take this one. And then I should be able to win that. The other alternative, I don't think there is anything else, honestly. Rook f6 seems correct. But if he goes c7, I'm cooked. So rook f6 is simply not correct. So maybe this instead. It's just preventing the trade. But I don't know if it is. What do you think? Rook f6? Yeah, rook f6 has a problem though. It's c7. If he ever plays c7, you lose. Take and rook f5. Okay, that's also interesting. We just take and then we target the pawns from behind. And the key thing about this is that we have a check. So we'll have an extra tempo to take. Yeah, I think we take and rook f5. It's the best approach to stop them both. A takes b. Let's have a look at Spencer. A takes b. Rook f5, and you stop both pawns. Yeah. No, put the rook under. No, it's just that it's gonna get be overwhelmed.
HFIHJHHG.
If you go here, you're gonna be overwhelmed. Like, he's gonna play b6 and then... No, actually... What's the problem with rook c8, first of all? How does white win? I think that white doesn't have to do anything but move the king up. Right? They just go like this. And then my king is not gonna be on time. Because there's gonna be opposition. And then as soon as he plays this, it's probably a draw or something. So yeah, it's too passive. Rook f5 is just asking questions, like... And you can't really answer it. So yeah, we just give this check. And then we take this one. And... Oh, it's not over yet. We gotta be careful here because the king is coming forward. So we have a check on d7. That doesn't seem to be helping. I guess we just bring the king. And if it pushes, we win. So he has to bring the king as well. So... It's not so simple. Rook c5? Yes, rook c5. It's rook c5, definitely. If he plays this, we take. If it pushes, rook b5. And then we win the pawn by force. So yeah, rook c5, right? Yeah, everyone is saying the same, rook c5. Yeah. There we go. Good.
Alexander.
Thank you for the follow, Alexander. Okay. So this one... Okay, so we're down a rook and a bishop. But the bishop is hanging. And the rook as well. We do have a check. And we can take this one. Oh, we do have a check and we can take this one. So I see a lot of potential to go wrong here. But this...
BKHOFSTDE.
But this check looks very, very promising, I guess. Thank you for the follow, BK. Any tips or opening I should play? I'm 400 right now, but I used to be 1100, keeping up with the 2000 friends. Well, if you're 400 and you want to improve, any opening would be fine. You can just learn whatever you want. I would personally recommend something a bit solid, so you don't blunder your pieces so easily. But you can play whatever you want. D5. Yeah, Queen
Roman
D5.
Diabolus.
Because at 400, openings are not that important. I think that your biggest enemy at 400 is yourself. Queen D5. Yeah, I agree. Queen D5. And let's see where the king goes.
Manuel.
Let's just see where the king goes. Okay, so he goes to H8. And now we have a couple of options, but Manuel, thank you for the follow. No, Manuel and Roman, thank you. So I was looking at just simply pawn takes. But there could be a problem with it. Like just taking this one like that. It's just that it's hard to play it because you already down material. But what else can we do anyway? So does this work? Simply go in here? Nah, I don't think so. I'm just gonna move the queen away. Well, the queen has to stay connected to the rook though. But if we go here, maybe d7, queen g8 maybe? If he plays queen g8, how are you supposed to win that? Nah. Queen g8 and he's gonna be fine, right? Merry Christmas, Rulians. Thank you very much. c7. So you want me to take the bishop?
Thank you!
Thank you for the harmony, Rulians. Take the rook, and he can't retake because he loses the other rook. Yeah, that's actually true, but I mean, I don't think it's concerned about retaking because the bishop is also hanging. So we take this one, and then the bishop will move away. He's not gonna be taking this, right? Obviously no, because also as you said, we're gonna take the rook. So this seems to be correct. We just take like that. We take the rook, and we're threatening the bishop. So I guess it's gonna play rook d8, like pinning, but then we can play e5. And that is not so clear. It's not so easy to win, I would say. Or maybe take on c5. There's a bunch of options here. There are no more checks, though. So I'm going to take the rook. Pawn takes h5. Queen to h5. Queen a8. Yeah, but that is just hoping that black goes wrong. No, black is not going to play that line. This puzzle is rated almost 2800. So the best response for black is probably rook d8, like pinning the pawn and trying to gain it back. But then we have e5, so we should be fine. I don't know if it is winning, or maybe he plays this. Bishop b6 is also a move for black. But yeah, I think that we can take the rook, because honestly, I don't see anything else. Right, so he takes, so he sacked the bishop. There's gotta be a very good reason for you to do this. A reason that I don't understand. But it's probably, it was a winning position. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm just gonna take the bishop. I don't see why not. Okay.
Thank you, come again.
Damn! I guess that's my Christmas present or something, right? Thank you so much, Rulis. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the galaxy, bro. How was your Christmas? Don't, or do. Bean of shame. Bean of shame for this guy who said don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now you have to dance. No, we don't do that anymore. We don't really do that anymore. Thank you so much for the galaxy anyways, Rulis. I appreciate it. Figured that would be the wrong move for sure. I mean, there was nothing else. That's the thing. There was absolutely nothing else. And thank you for the rose, Tweezy, I think. Sorry. Okay. You can choose to host a tournament, but you don't have to. Ah, that's very nice. So I won't do it. What can you do? What? You don't want to dance? I'm not a great dancer. Tracy, stop! Okay. Tracy exploiting the sound. Thank you, Tracy, for the roses. But, okay. I already paused it, but it's still going on. Okay.
Twizzy.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 35 roses. Okay. So we have... Would you play Rook... Is it Red Dead Redemption 2? Is that what you're saying? You're not talking about chess. Is it Red Dead Redemption 2? I would love to play it, yes. It's on the list, actually. I'll play it eventually. It's just that I have a bunch of games that are on the list as well. And they will consume a lot of time to finish. Anyway, let's just go back to the chess. I was looking at simply pushing the pawn, but my king is a bit exposed, to say the least. So probably it's just not going to work. Or maybe it does. I just play king f6. Am I chilling with king f6? Probably no. What do you think, Chad? I'm looking at king f6 as a possibility to after he gives this check. It's just that this looks like the winning plan. It looks like a winning plan because how do you stop it exactly? You do have a check. Yes, I know. He can play bishop a4, I guess. Stopping promotion, but then we're gonna be up a bishop. But my bishop is hanging. So just because my bishop is hanging, this idea it's a bit more exciting, to say the least. Or it feels correct to push the pawn, right? Queen g6. What? Oh, you want to give this check? Queen g6. King f8. And then you take this one? Yeah. It's really hard to tell what to do here. I mean, if we get rid of this bishop, he's going to take my bishop, I guess, right? Maybe he's going to give a check first. No, if he gives a check, he can't take it anymore. But queen g6, and then we take the bishop. And then this pawn is probably even more difficult to stop, right? It's even more difficult, but I'm not sure. e6. But it's the queen is already on e6. e6 check, then push pawn. But the queen is already on e6. What do you mean? I don't get it. I like that because your push comes with check after the bishop trade. I guess it. Well, he can also go to a1, but queen g6.
Lucas.
And then we take, and yeah, the push comes with check, and it's a very strong check. Lucas, was it Lucas? Thank you for the follow. You had the line. e4, I'm sorry. Oh, you mean queen e4. Queen e4 check. So king c1, sorry, king c1. And then how do we make progress after that? That's the question. That's probably why this move is not correct. Because then after king c1, making progress is a bit hard.
Nuggets do.
Nuggets, thank you for the follow. Alright, I think I'm playing queen g6. Queen g6, take the bishop, then push p. Yeah. Nice. We didn't have to push, but that was it.
The omniscient.
That was the answer, chat. Alright, so I'm looking at knight takes e4 immediately. That's a very good idea, knight takes e4. Because there is a problem, is there? No, actually it doesn't work, because after knight takes, bishop g5 is being controlled by the knight. So we don't have it. But it's all about this diagonal, I feel. I feel like this diagonal is the way we win this game. Because we have this small battery right here, aiming at g5 and trying to win the queen or something. So I was looking at sacking the rook. So he plays queen takes. And going from there, you know. That was the original idea. Now, there is a problem with knight takes e4. It's just that knight takes, and then g5 is covered by the knight. But I do have d5, hitting the knight. And if the knight moves away, I can simply play rook takes f4, queen takes, and then bishop g5 winning the queen. So knight takes, d5.
Gnome toot.
Well, d5 has a problem. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it could be that, but I'm not really sure. No, thank you for the follow. Hurry up. Why are you so desperate? We need to find the best solution. It takes time. Knight to h5. Yeah, but I think that if I play knight h5, he's gonna have time. He's gonna have time to, I don't know, simply drop back. And then as soon as the bishop goes to e3, I feel like the tactics have disappear. No, actually, knight h5 runs into bishop g3. Bishop g3 wins material. Sorry, knight g3. What am I saying? Knight g3 wins material. So knight h5 looks very good. We place this. We have knight g3. We're hitting the bishop and the rook
Nolan.
because of this. Knight h5. Knight h5 wins material. Please, knight d4. Yeah, we already look at... knight d4. Queen takes e5. But then he gives a check. And you just lost the knight. Because then e5 is not going to work. So... No, I think it's knight h5. Knight h5, g3. Knight takes g3. He's going to play g3. And you calculate that knight takes g3 is winning. But then bishop takes. And then we play bishop g5. The bishop can go back. We simply take. Yeah. That looks very, very good. The only problem could be queen g3. Sorry, queen g2. If he plays queen g2, I take the rook. Takes, and the bishop's still hanging. Yeah. Very clever. Okay, so but he drops back. So now knight g3. And then we just take the rook. Okay. Good. Nice. That was a fun puzzle. Okay. So we have knight takes, which seems to be winning. Because it is a double attack. If it takes with the pawn, I take the queen. So the queen has to move away. So the queen moves away, and then I get my knight out. Out of the danger zone. And we're fine. If it takes with the queen, we have bishop b4. Pinning the queen to the king. That's also winning. So knight takes c3 seems to be very, very axiomatic. I'm going to play that, I think. Knight g3. Oh yes, knight g3 wins an exchange. But this one causes more damage, I would say. Now, I was looking at bishop d3. That could be a problem. But then I have knight here. Has queen a4. Oh, it's getting complicated. No, queen a4 is not a move because I have a knight on c3. Yeah, we're gonna take. He pins this one. So, but I can take and then he takes here. And then I had to play king e7. Because if I block with the queen, he takes my rook. So I could play this. Or I can simply take the queen as well. Yeah, we have a couple of options. So if I take this one, I think it's equal material there. Because I play king e7 and then he takes. So we have to take the queen. We take the queen and then king e7. He's going to take here and then the rookie. He does have a bunch of compensation. But we have a queen. We took a knight. We're going to take the queen. He's going to take here. He's going to take here. And then I take. I have a check on e4. Bishop. Yeah, I think it's just better to take the queen, obviously. Alright, so he takes. So this move is practically forced. So we just play it. And it should be winning for black, right? Okay. What else do we have? I'd like...
Pi.
I have a bunch of ideas here, but none of them... I guess we have to calculate how is it that it's so winning. Thank you for the follow.
Chess.
Thank you, Chess, for the follow. Queen d5 check. Yeah, queen d5 looks very tempting. Queen d5. If he goes king f8, I win. Now, if he plays king h7, I have queen f7, and then he plays rook g8. After rook g8 is played, how do we give a checkmate? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't give a checkmate, but how do you win then? We have queen g6. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. It's not so simple. The rookie. Are you looking at rook takes g7? The problem with rook takes g7 is then you're running out of material. Then you won't have enough material to give a checkmate, I think. Why is not queen g4? I was also looking at queen g4, and honestly, I like it. So we're not really saying that it's not queen g4. Queen g4 could be very good also. Maybe the best defense here for queen g4 it's bishop g6, and that's already good for us because he's just sacking the bishop. Defending g7 looks very, very complicated. Yeah, I think it's queen g4, chat. I like queen g4. g4, then take en passant. Ah, he can play g5. Yeah, exactly. g5 is a move. But he plays g5, he loses with queen, not en passant. I think that the move that wins there, it's probably queen queen e6. And then the king moves away. And then queen f7 is simply too much. Because he's threatening two different checkmates, right? No, choose one on g7. But we enter here with check. He plays king h8. I can take on f6. Yeah, I know it's winning. So we're gonna go here, I feel. But I think that the best response for black is obviously not g5, but bishop g6, which then runs into takes, and then maybe queen e6 or something, which seems to be winning as well. So yeah, queen g4. I'm about to play queen g4. Bro, it's queen d5. Why? Why do you think it's queen d5? Don't you think that it's really hard to make progress after king h8? The king goes to h8, and then what is your next move? If you have a good response for king h8, we might consider it. But if you have nothing for king h8, it's definitely queen g4. Yeah, you're saying that after king h8, queen f7, and then rook g8. Defending g8. Sorry, g7. After rook g8, what do? Just move queen to f3. The queen is already on f3. No, I think it's queen g4. I'm going to play it. All right, there we go. Nice. Good. Okay, so what do we have here? It looks like a very complicated endgame. So we're white. That's all we know. Oh,
Alejandro.
I like king c7, but I don't know. Rook a4 or rook d6? The rook is already here. Oh, it's just trolling, right? Let him take your rook. Oh, you think I should let him? So we have a check and then we take this one? I don't think we should let him. I think that we should go here. King c7. And what do we have after king c7? No, king c7 is a bit stupid now that I think about it. Alright, for me it's always confusing to determine where does the pawn go. If the pawn goes... Yeah, the pawns are going upwards and his pawn is going downwards. So yeah. So... How do we win this? There is a subtle thing that we're missing here. I was looking at c3, whether we can capitalize on c3 or something. But I don't see it. Check a6. You'd say rook takes a6. King c7, rook takes c4. Yeah, that's hope chess. You're just hoping that black makes a mistake. I don't think black would play that. Black would probably try to get a queen. They're gonna play h2. So yeah, try to play the best move for black as well, not the one that is really helpful and useful for you. Because remember, black is also trying to win. So take the bishop, king takes, and then rook a6. Okay, rook a6, rook a5, and rook a4. What if he plays king b6? No, I mean, once again, I think it's the same problem. Rook takes, king takes, and then we go rook a6 here, and then rook a5, king b6. How do you win after king b6? Yeah, because you're hoping that he takes, right? And that would be great for you, because then you have this check and you win the rook. But if he plays the move that you would also play if you were black, king b6, what do you do after that? You have a check on b5, but are you winning, son? Are you winning, son? So yeah, I don't know. King c7, rook takes c4. That's not going to happen. If you play king c7, it's not a forcing move. They have a bunch of options. And rook takes c4 is not even a great idea, because king c7, what if I take this rook with the bishop? Why would I play rook takes c4 so I lose the game? Rook d3. I'm just saying this move. Why? Why rook d3? What does it do? Rook f6. What does it do? King c7. What does it do? I don't know. Wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Yeah, it's not an easy puzzle. You're rushing too much. It's not an easy puzzle. Even I don't have it clear. Take bishop. Yeah, it's just that I don't see how it's winning. King takes, rook a6. The king goes to c5. The only good thing about taking the bishop is that it looks sort of forcing. But, how forcing is it? I mean, I was looking at the fact that this rook is sort of trap. It is sort of trap. So, takes, king takes, rook a6.
Ben.
Rook a6. The king has to go to c5. Maybe king c7. But you're not winning that. No, it's not winning. It's too slow. And then he's going to play h2. If he plays h2, h1, it's over. Rook a5. Rook a5 right now, and he takes the rook. The other one. Right? Because this rook is unprotected. So he's just going to take the rook, right? Oh, you run the king down and check with c3. So you want me to play this? And then rook a5? Which forces this? How do you run down the king, though? Rook takes bishop. Computer move. So you're cheating? We're gonna ban you then. If you're using an engine. Yeah, I mean, that is just spoiling the fun for everyone. So we're gonna give you a warning. Okay? A warning. But yeah, don't use an engine. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? It's like the same as cheating when you play games. If you don't move king, there isn't a single forcing move. It's just that if I move the king, he's gonna take the other rook. Like the bishop is attacking the rook on a4. Getting angry. Nice. Pawn c3. And then he takes the other rook. No, you know what? Like, based on the fact that this rook is hanging and this rook is hanging, it's gotta be this. I mean, obviously, if you're very rational about it, it's the only decent move. Because this rook was hanging and this one as well. You can't defend them both. So you have to take the bishop. Right? I still don't see a follow-up to taking out the bishop, but it's the only way to have the most material. Yeah, I don't see the follow-up either, but we knew, like, logically speaking, that it was the only move. Now, how do we make progress? That's the difficult part. So we can play rook a6, which forces king c5. Oh, I saw it. Oh, that's so clever. Wait, is it working? I think I saw it. I think it's rook a6, king goes down, and then maybe we play rook c7. King c7, he pushes down. Or maybe he tanks. Oh, it's just that we had to calculate those two moves. No, I'm not sure. I was trying to make a mating net with the pawns and the rook, but it's very, very unorthodox to have a checkmate like that. I don't even know if it is possible. Ah! If I go here, rook a7, he tanks. He takes my pawn. If he takes my pawn, I have a check. He goes here. I am not winning that. Oh, I don't know. c3. c3 right now, you say. c3 right now. Where does the king go? He can go to b6. He can go here. He can simply push. c3 feels too slow. It feels too slow. But if it pushes, then I have this move. But then you can play king b6, check, king a6. There is no checkmate there. a6 and then c3, provoking a checkmate or taking the rook. So you say rook a6, king here, and then c3. How is that a checkmate, though? We need to blunder this one, bro. I think we're heading towards that direction. Yeah, c3, he pushes down, rook a6, king c5. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see the checkmate. You want to play king c7 afterwards? I think c3 is for preventing king for running when you check him in a5. Yeah, it's just that the problem with c3 is that it's not a forcing move. He can either play this or taking. Is taking available? No, taking loses. Taking is losing. But c3, yeah, you have to give the entire line for me to play c3. Because I don't really see it working. It is not a perpetual unless he takes the pawn, then you win the rook. I don't get the idea. Because rook a6, check, and then rook a5, king b6. If he plays king b6, what are you gonna do with the rook? c3, you win the rook and pawn. Okay, but you say that and I don't see it on the board. How is it that you execute? c3, do it. I mean, maybe if Magnus Carlsen was in the chat, he says c3, we can play it. Are you a Magnus Carlsen trader? Yes, because if he moves, you give check. c3, it gives kicking my line. Oh, you have a line and TikTok doesn't let you share it. Rook a6, king c5, c3. Rook a6, king c5, c3. Alright, let's play rook a6, because it is a forcing move. Alright. It was, yeah, we were bound to blunder that one. It was a very tough puzzle. Let's have a look. What was the move? Let's have a look. So takes, and it was c3.
Skill issue.
It was c3. Alright, but for those of you who said it, it's really hard to come across this and not explain why is it so winning. Like, you played c3 probably because you're cheating. Can't you listen? Yes, but you need to give me the whole line. Or you need to show yourself as a knowledgeable player. Not just one person that just put this in an engine and then he says you had to go c3 without understanding. I told you the line, I didn't see it if you did. Bro, rook c6 is checkmate. Okay, but how does this puzzle continue? So check, he goes there, and then we have that. Okay, I was looking at this as a problem with this line. But it doesn't matter, it's still checkmate, right? No, like... What if... Oh, but it's check. So you had to go down. In here. And what if I take? No. What if I play this? Ah, rook e5, the checkmate. I didn't see that. Because I was looking at this only. And... Well, you see? So that was the explanation. You say, look, there are two checkmates available if you play c3. Was there a comment like that in the chat? There wasn't. Where people were just saying c3, play c3, c3. But no one said play c3 because there are two different checkmates when you play it. You see? If you say that, we can have a look at the board and say, oh, two different checkmates. Wait a second. But no, because you can tell also that people found this move cheating, probably. They were just cheating with an engine. So they didn't understand the variation and the lines and how they work. So that's why. And then they get mad on in the chat, which is crazy to me. But anyways.
PWIZ.
I saw only one mate. Exactly, Spencer. I think that we were in the same page, right? But if someone comes and says, hey, here, there are two different checkmates if you play c3, we're obviously going to believe that. We're going to say, oh, maybe we should have a look at those two checkmates that you're talking about. But if you say c3 and you get mad because we're not playing it, you're probably cheating. You sound like a cheater. Or maybe a 12-year-old, which is practically the same. Nah, maybe not. Promote with black after the moves. All right, so yeah, let's move on to a different puzzle. Okay, let's go here. Oh, this is not the different puzzle. Yeah, let's move on to this one. Okay. So what do we have here? So knight d6 was played, right? Yeah, knight d6. I could pin this knight. Bishop f4. And then I go knight h5. Am I just winning material there? So I play this. He plays bishop f4 defending. And then I have knight h5 attacking the bishop. And the only defender. If he goes bishop here, I take. Knight takes. And then the knight is a goner. Okay. Maybe some other lines could be something like knight b4. Attacking this and the queen at the same time. And that looks a bit more forcing than rook d8. It looks a bit more forcing. Because it hits both targets at the same time. Now, one problem with this line could be knight takes c8. If it takes on c8, I can take the queen, but he already took a bishop. I could take the queen, and then he takes on e7 with check. I had to move the king away, and then he takes my knight, and I'm losing. So knight b4 has a problem, which is this one. Now, let's have a look at rook d8. So rook d8. Yeah, because you can always take on c8. That's the problem, right? So we have to do something about the bishop. But if we play bishop g4, it's too slow. It's now or never. Can I trap the queen? Takes, and then maybe rook d8. Rook d8, the queen has only 2 squares. Maybe we trap it like that. We can play bishop d6, trapping the queen. If the queen goes to h4 there. If we place h4, what do we do? g5 maybe? Nah, that's too much. Probably losing. So bishop here, queen h4. No, I don't see how to trap it. What do you have? Knight b5, attacking queen. Well, the knight cannot go to b5. You're talking about knight b4. The problem with that line is knight takes c8. Hitting your queen as well. You see? So you had to do something about the knight. And as soon as you take, the queen moves away and white is chilling. White is going to be fine. Bishop takes knight. Queen takes. So look at that. Bishop takes knight. Queen takes. Knight e4. Knight e4? Because it's check. Okay, I like knight e4. And if he trades queens, you take the bishop. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. But okay, but knight e4 is sort of promising. Because he hits the queen. It is a bit forcing. So the queen has to go to... it's winning because if he goes to these open file, semi-open file, we have rook e8 hitting the queen and the bishop through X-ray. I think you have the winning line. Yes. Yeah, chess. Bishop takes knight. Santiago said it. Are you cheating, Santiago, or are you a strong player? You're probably cheating. These people are just spitting out crazy engine lines after copying the position. Yeah, I think so too. That's a thing that could happen when you are solving puzzles. That people just go to the engines. Strong on puzzles. How strong, Santiago? Bro, I said it 20 minutes ago. No, a stockfish! Stockfish said it 20 minutes ago. You're just repeating what Stockfish said, right? Okay, I'm just kidding. There is no way for me to prove it though. That's the problem. Disable chat. I could do that as well. Would you want me to do that? It's just that there might be a lot of cheaters. My record is 68. Okay. I am a feeding master. Get the fuck out of here. What is your name? Santa. Tell us your name. So we can Google you. We can find you in 5 minutes. Tell us your name right now. Maybe in 2 minutes we can find you. 950 and 20. Yeah, everyone is a GM. But then you go to chess.com. You go to chess.com, right? And you go to ratings, right? So you can have a look at my rating. Or I don't know, like anyone's rating. And then you see that in my chat, now that we're solving puzzles, in my chat, we have the top 99% of the chess community, right? All of them. Because being 2100 in Blitz gives you a 99.7. So we have the minority, right? All the GMs are right here. The 2100s, right? The 2000s, all of them. One is my FIDE. It's like 1800, something like that. What type of puzzles are you doing here? It's a puzzle rush. It's a puzzle rush event. Yeah. But my point is that there are not that many strong chess players. And all of you are claiming that you are strong chess players. So that is sort of bullshit. Magnus Carlsen level on chat, but 200 elo in. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, but this is a winning line. But I don't think he found it. I think this is an engine. I don't think that bro found this. And it was 94. Sorry. I think I did it on purpose. I'm like 300. Only chats, I'm 900. Yeah, everyone is a demon when they are in the chat telling the winning lines, right? But I don't know. It's hard to believe. You can be easily cheating. Okay. Rapids or Blitz? What do you think, Chad? What do we play? Rapids or Blitz? Enough with the puzzles. Because I think that there is too much cheating going on. I am 800. But why is it so hard to believe? I don't think it's hard. I mean, it's just that... I don't know, the speed in which you're solving the puzzles is also a bit suspicious to me. Like, those puzzles are around 3,000. They should take at least 5 minutes. It was 94, yeah, absolutely. Of course it was 94, it was a forcing line. I said the same line a bit slow. Yeah, it's just, you can find it, but not in 1 minute. Not in 1 minute. No, I don't think you can find it in 1 minute. You just don't realize how ridiculous some moves look at first glance. Yeah, and that line has a bunch of things that you had to calculate, but bro went straight to the facts. It said, no. It's this move because of this and that. So yeah, I don't believe it. I just don't. Okay, so what do we play? Blitz or Rapid? You're the only one that can solve them. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but don't take 30 seconds. You can find it in 1 minute, why not? Yeah, but when you do it consistently, it's also suspicious. I mean, you can find maybe one puzzle in 1 minute, and the other one would take you 5. Blitz. All right, let's go to Blitz. But all of them in less than a minute, who are you? It wasn't 30 seconds, it felt like that. It felt like 30 seconds, but it's fine. It's okay. I'm just gonna play Blitz then.
Schwabfovskujis.
Thank you for the follow. I can't read that name. Thank you, Chess Online. Don't take it personal. Maybe you're not cheating. There is no way for me to say it. But I lost interest in the puzzles. I just lost interest in them. Wait a minute. Could I just take that pawn? No. It's fine. Okay, so bro is being very aggressive. He's trying to do a lot to win a pawn. Just one pawn, really? Really hard to imagine how this is okay for you. He's gonna play queen c7 and bishop e6. I imagine queen e2 is happening or something. He can go here. He's gonna play bishop b3, I guess. He's really into getting this pawn in the game. But b2 is a problem. So you can't just keep the pawn in the game. And so he goes there because he wants to play this, I guess. He's still terrible. But I should take, I guess, also. But then bishop e3 comes with tempo. But if I don't take, I'll be down a pawn. I don't want to be down a pawn. Just gonna take. Bishop d4, e5. Bishop e6. Or maybe e5 immediately. I like e5. Could it be target? Bishop f5 then, maybe. Bishop f5, knight f3. Let's go here. And then, I don't know, maybe rook a8. Ah, but my pawn is hanging. I had to bring the other rook. Maybe b6. I do have the bishop here. I should be a little bit better here. He plays queen f3. Why? Why queen f3? He wants to go here? That looks a bit crazy. Maybe it does work. Or maybe he wants to do this. Bishop f4. If bishop f4, I have queen b6. It's not like he's threatened much. But let's just bring the rook. I blundered up pawn. I just realized that was very stupid. Okay, so he goes here. Knight c5 maybe? Let's play this. If he goes knight d4... Ah, he wants... Okay. This one. And now I think that was a mistake, I feel. Bishop e3. It looks incorrect. Because now I have... this, I guess. And then... I can bring the other rook. And takes, and then e4. Knight e4. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, let's bring the other rook. Okay, so takes. Is he gonna bring this one? Well, if he does, I also have this move. Oh, he goes back with the knight. I have this move, hitting the queen. And the knight looks misplaced over there. So we can play this. And I like it. I think I'm gonna go for it. Because if he is not careful where the queen... Okay, so yeah, queen goes to e2. Yeah. Let's just drop back, I guess. Yeah, so let's play this. The knight is bad. That's all I'm saying. He wants to play knight e4 probably now. I can force him to go h3, but is it winning? Probably not doing much. Or maybe bishop here. So if he goes knight e4, we play f5. Alright, bishop here. If he goes knight e4, I can take maybe also. f5 maybe that as well. Hard to make a decision. Okay, so he's just challenging the bishop, which makes sense. And it's also hitting the pawn. So I think I made a mistake here. Alright, let's just take. He has to take with the... Well, he could also take with the... He takes with the knight. And if he plays b3, my knight is sort of trapped. Not really. I can take on c3 if he goes b3. So I'm gonna go for this line. Which... I don't know. It looks... Yeah, so he goes there, yeah. Welp, bishop goes back. I have to go back. Has queen e7. But I play this. Check. We go here. Check again. Takes. Rook takes. I don't know who's winning there. It looks very, very sloppy. If he goes here, I don't have to take the draw. I mean, it's a bit lame for him to play it, but he might try to go for it. Will he want to trade queens? That would simplify the game a lot. And it could be a draw. Or maybe it's just better for him. I don't know. He has a very good knight for sure. Do I have this f6 move? He's a very active king. I'm playing it, I guess. Is he gonna go f4? I can play this. No, not really. Let me drop back and see what he does. Okay. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I'm gonna play f6, I guess. He does have a check, but it's not really doing much. He does have a very strong knight, and I can't do much about it either. I guess we just play quick moves. Let me go here, I guess. In trade, rook trade. Alright, so he's claiming that this is better for him, but I'm not so sure. Oh, he does have a check and I lose the pawn. He didn't see it. I'm sort of selling. He's such a strong knight also. Let me go here. Yeah, we can't let him get b4. Okay. Let's go here. I guess I'm gonna take the draw. It's very lame. I don't know if this is okay. He's gonna flag me, right? That's his spawn. Damn it, bro. Ugh. Okay. I was just making moves, but he was winning in the end game. Oh, tough. That was a very boring game. Okay, this one shouldn't be that boring. Oh, that's the best move. A6 is incorrect. Or maybe not. D6 also looks wrong. Can I go here? Tinks? But then my bishop will be blocked. Maybe e5 instead. What about knight c3? Knight c3, I guess. Wow. Wait a minute. Was that a mistake? He blundered. That was a big mistake, knight f6. Is it? Maybe it isn't. What if I push now? Tinks. Now bishop tinks. He castles. I blunder that. He's just gonna castle, of course. I'm gonna take and go here, I guess. I'm trying to see if this is okay, but I'm not that convinced. Have his move. Bishop b7 was probably better. No, he doesn't have it. Queen e4. Tinks. No, I guess queen e4 is okay. I could take with the knight. It's a bit dynamic. But pawn takes also looks correct. So which one is it? No, probably pawn takes is better. Bishop e6. I have bishop a3, rook e8. And then I guess something like rook e1. Yeah, he wants to play bishop g4 maybe. Defend the pawn. Bishop here. Just play queen f4 if it does. I can also simply go here, preventing it. And then now this. I have bishop here. We're also attacking the pawn. That was a blunder then. This takes, and then I take. Queen here, queen c3, queen e... No, that's not a move. I think he made a blunder with c6. Maybe it's a woman. I don't know. That's very resourceful.
Anonymous.
Now, there are a couple of problems here. If I move, he has bishop takes, but that's not a move. No, he's not going to play that. I'm going to go here, I guess. The idea would be to take, but we need to be careful with this as well. Oh, he just goes here. That was his idea, of course. I could take, but it doesn't seem to be correct. So let's just move out of the way. Now, this is weak. Knight f5 is probably not a bad idea. It's anyone's game for the moment. But I like knight h4, knight a5. He tries to prevent that. He's going to weaken the R squares. Alright, so let's go here. He can do this. I sort of missed g5. But I have queen g3. I have queen g3, so it should be fine. Okay. Let's play this. This is a move now, but rook g6. I have check. This is undefended. Mm-hmm. Now I like this move. But, he's gonna play this, right? What if I take? What if I take on h6? Rook takes. I think here. That's not a move. It's defended. It's a very good bishop. Let's go here. Let's try to get this bishop out of the way. It's a very strong piece. So probably what he will do is to take with this one, right? Yeah. f6 maybe? I'm looking at f6, but I'm not concerned. Alright, so just wants to do this, right? If I play f4, how terrible is it? Wait, didn't he just... He could have just gone here, right? He could have played that. I missed that idea. I definitely did. Could have just take my bishop. Now he's still probably thinking about doing that. If I go g3 takes... I have a check. I don't have a very good check because this takes. Am I in trouble here? It feels really bad. I think I'm in trouble. I might lose this. I have to take. And now I guess we try to get this pawn or something. Like you can take on a... Fuck. He takes on a2 now. Oh, what's this? So if I take, he's trying to do here? I'm taking. He wants to play it. Doesn't work. I'm defending the mate, but it's a tough position. Yeah, so he's threatening this. I can push, but that's a blunder probably also. Can I go here maybe? I had to find a move, make a move. Let's go here. I has queen f3. I can push. But the rook is hanging. It's not so simple. You can play this, which is a very good move. If he plays that, I'm gonna go rook f1. I have no choice. Huh. Hitting the... Oh, he wants to play this. Damn it, bro. That's a good fine as well. You go here, I guess. So he can give a check, but I have... Ah! Come on, you can't play that. Oh my god, it's over. It's over. Terrible. Damn it, bro. I think I blundered in the open in there. Okay. he simply thinks. He thinks. Oh, that's a good move. It's a very good move, that one. I don't like my position. Am I blundering this one too? I guess the long castle was a big mistake. That's also a very good move. Now the question is, if I take, bishop takes, queen takes c2, a2, rook a6, that's quite dangerous. It's probably checkmate very soon. I can't let him do that. He's gonna drop back. It's a very good plan. Damn, bro. How did you find this? I could play this endgame. I'm gonna play it because I'm getting scared. I'm actually getting scared. And then I guess we go here.
Nothing special.
Okay, now we should be fine. Yeah, trading queens was a big mistake from him. I think that now I should be able to come back. This is a target. Spin the other book. Let's go here. Now we take this one, right? I don't know. Feels weird. But not losing. If he has a check on c8, I can play rook c4. Yeah, he takes there though. Oh, I missed that. Now he missed rook f7, right? So now we should be winning. Taking like this is probably crushing. He has to go back. Maybe I should have taken with the other rook. Okay, let me go here. I don't see how is it that I'm losing. Look at the two rooks in the 7th rank. Yeah, I think I should be fine. We just have to trade one pair of rooks and we're gonna win. And I know how to do it. Just gonna go here, right? No, well. He wants to give me more checks. But those checks are doing very little for him. He wants to go here. Well, everything should be winning, so... Well, if I play this, he can never take the pawn, so I'm gonna play this. Alright, let's try a pair of rooks. Now we're fine. And now it should be easy. Yeah, if it takes, I take this one. I'm also ready mate. Yeah, it's over. So I'm just gonna take. He could have tried a final trick with rook here. But if he goes there, I'm gonna push. Yeah, I guess if I push that one, I get mated. But yeah, it's losing. It's completely losing. Okay, nice. Can I play you? Yes. It's in the viewers, what's it called? In the viewer wishes. I hate when they do this. He might blunder here. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he blunder. Oh, he's gonna have a bishop here, I guess. Oh, he takes. Well, it's a very good trick. They always fall for it.
Sigma GJ iota.
And now I'm gonna play bishop g6 myself. This diagonal is super weak. Maybe queen a8. Yeah. Ah, I blundered knight b6. I'm stupid.
Ben Giacompino.
That was really dumb. Now we'll see if it is a strong player here. D4 is a move like he wants to play. Like he can't do it just yet. Yeah, he took too long. Now bishop e6. Now maybe knight here. 95, bishop d6. Bishop e6 first, bro. As it takes. Did I blunder here? I allowed this. Stupid. What if I go knight here immediately? Sorry, queen. Here. It pushes. I take. Takes. I have the upper pawn. So I have knight f3, right? Well, now as soon as we take this one, we should be completely winning. We play now this, which is crushing. Yeah, we won. I mean, he can't play f3, that's why it's so strong. So we're winning an exchange. Oh, he played? How is this not completely losing? Do I have a... Yeah, I have a smother mate, don't I? 92, check. King here. Oh, it's not a smother mate. I thought it was. No, there's no way for me to get a smaller mate. I can just be up on exchange. Is there anything better than that? Probably no. What about knight f3? Knight f3, king h1. 92, king h1. Knight takes g3. Pawn takes. There's nothing else. That sucks. Maybe his idea is to take the bishop, right? I would take the bishop, but I'm taking on a2, so I guess it doesn't work. Alright, I have rook c8 with tempo. I could play it. I should play it. I'm gonna play it. And then bishop e6. We have a very good position here. Yeah, bishop e6 now. Oh, he wants to trade, which it is a bit surprising. Being down material and trying to trade the rooks. I guess he wants the open file, but it's not gonna be a good idea. I'm just gonna infiltrate like that. If you go queen c7, you're gonna lose. Oh, I guess he doesn't believe me. Yeah, it's just that the king is too exposed. I have a check. But it's not winning on the spot. We need to farm this a bit. I could sack one pawn for activity. But then again, I don't really have to. I'm trying to find a winning plan, but it's not so simple. What about check? And then h4. Yeah, so if he gives a check, I can play king h7. I like h4. Oh. That's losing. It's definitely losing. So now I have knight h5. And bishop here is coming. If I play that, you're dead lost. Wow. Bro doesn't believe me. Okay. That should be GG. Okay. Nice. Bro was just oblivious. Hey, we had a brilliant move. I guess it's rook takes a3. It's always rook takes a3. Okay. Knight f6. We're facing a d4 nerd. Gotta be rock.
ATHUBTW.
Bishop e2, bishop e7, sorry. Yeah, let's just play it immediately in case like he goes e4. Oh, he wants to play e4. No, what? Should have gone e4. Why would you take if you're not gonna play e4? What the fuck? Alright, sure, Castle. It's gonna be a tough game. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, I think that the plan here is to open up the center very quickly. So I'm gonna go c6 to consolidate a bit. And now I'm gonna try to play for e5. Knight e7 first, so I don't have to trade my bishop. Okay, he's trying to do the same, but he's... I don't want to lose my bishop, though. Should I change my plans? I think he got ahead of me with that move. I'm gonna play... Yeah, I'm gonna go back with... I don't want to lose the bishop pair. So I'm gonna go back. And maybe bishop fa. It's a bit slow, but at the same time, I'm rock solid. That's how it feels. Oh, a4. That's very good for me. So I take and I get rid of this rook. Yeah, so the queen now is going to be here. Which I don't think it's a problem. Now knight here, knight c4, or maybe knight d5. It's looking good. We only have one bad piece, which is the bishop on c8. But if I manage to play this, I can't do it just yet. He wants to play bishop e5, right? Can I go here? And then maybe queen b6? I'm gonna go for this, I guess. He can't push just yet. This is hanging. I don't think he'll ever be able to push. This will always be hanging. Queen b6 to put more pressure in it. And then I have c5, which is a very good move. I'm playing c5 now. Trying to liberate my position a bit. And also I'm trying to challenge this knight. And create targets. As it does a little bit of everything. Oh, he takes. Is that a problem? I don't think it is. Alright, so the knight is sort of pinned. He has to be careful here. The rook is hanging. f6 is a threat. Queen b3 probably tracking. But now the bishop is also free. And you still have the pawn situation here. Bishop e6 without rushing. Now queen b3 is annoying though. Replace queen b3, what do we do? Now f6 would be a problem. Oh, he just goes there. But I take. And then I take here. I have a better position. With the two bishop pair. The bishop pair as well as being up a pawn. It should be winning. At the highest level it should. Alright, so he's trying to play for activity. But isn't this a fork? So you have to be forced to play for queen c1. Maybe I can exploit that. So it takes. And then we go here. Attacking both knights. So he has to play queen c1. And then we go here, I guess. I don't know. Maybe some breathing room for my king. g6 makes sense. Or simply... Now we have a bunch of options. I also like this move, you know. Because it pins the queen. Sorry, the knight. And then we're threatening b5 as well as bishop e6. And bishop h3. Oof. Yeah. Very good position. So he has to find something like this, I guess. But then bishop h3 is super strong. So what are you going to do here? Yeah, now bishop h3, right? And b5. You had to defend the knight. Oh, I didn't see this move. That's very good. But now we have this. Ah! That's a blunder. Fucking asshole. It's a blunder because you can just take. Damn it. Should have been more careful. He still has a worse position. And I can force him to go into an endgame that it's probably losing. But I'm not entirely sure if it is. It's just that unfortunately this pawn is on the wrong side. It's in the wrong side of the board. Sorry, it's on a light square. I sort of lost my advantage there, I'm not gonna lie. So he wants to play 93, right? Can I go? Damn it, I don't know where to go. B5. Let's just play this. Let's just play this. I mean, I want to see where he goes. Okay, so he goes there. What if I play this now? If we have connected pass pawns, we're gonna win. We threaten this pawn as well, so he has to play something like queen here. But that's very passive. Now the pushing the pawn looks juicy. But he does have d5 generating counterplay. But my pawns are faster, aren't they? Yeah, let's just take. I don't mind. So check, we go here. Nah, that's not okay. That cannot be correct. Let me just keep pushing. And now we go here. He's threatening checkmate though if he goes down. Yeah, that was stupid. I guess it was. How do we do this? So we have... Just go back. Queen b8. If queen b8, we go here. Ah, we won. Oh, that's a good move. Can I play something to get my king out of the way? Let's go here. Maybe this move was better. I should have gone there. Okay. Let's play this. It's getting messy. I don't like it. Check. Yeah, he can't just take this. That's a mistake. Oh, he took. I'm just winning now. Am I? Go here. I take with check and I should be able to win that. He wants to have a chance. He has to keep the queen in the game. Oh, wow. That's a blunder. Yeah, I won. Now it's just a matter of being fast.
Tills.
I blunder! Ah, that was dumb! That was so dumb. Why did I go g5? Oh my days. No, that's a draw. I might get flag also. Oh, that was stupid, bro. That was so dumb. No, Luis, what did you do? Wait. Can I do something here? Yes. Yes, I can. I can take. And then I have a check. I won. Nice. We trick him. Oh, wait. I had to take. Oof. That was a close one. I still have to do this. Okay, let's just be careful. Not to blunder. Don't blunder your queen. Do not stalemate. Don't do any of those things. Bro, stop. Oh, that was so bad. You couldn't get a draw here. It just has to repeat moves, right? If he repeats moves, it's a draw. Why did I go g5? That is so irresponsible. Bro, g5 here? Really? That is such a dumb idea. Oh my god. I should be executed after playing g5. Oh, that's such a bad move. Okay. But it's just that I was like seeing ghost or something because I thought if it takes, I take with the bishop. What? That makes no sense whatsoever. Alright, whatever. We got the window. Oof. When you almost pre-move the push and he would have got you. Yeah, he would have. He would have got me there also. Okay. Now we get the win. El chileno estoy perdido. Sí, soy chileno. Un chileno bilingüe. Alright. Let's see. The Petrov. Oh, I hate this crap. Hopefully he plays this stupid line with it. Oh. He's no, bishop c4 was a mistake from me.
PF.
I should have taken the pawn. He's Chilean as well. Te debo contar un chileno así, cachi. PF, thank you for the follow. Okay, so he was probably he wanted to play the Stafford Gambit or something. Alright, I'm gonna take. It's a bit boring, but he decided to make it boring with d6. So let's see if we can do something about it. Honestly, I'm threatening very little here. It's just that I think that my position is a bit easier to play after short castle is played. Oh, see, that's a blunder. Yeah. Because now I can defend the pawn. I'll be up by a pawn. So I'm going here, I guess. Should I play this? It makes sense. Or no. Actually, this is a better move. So it's pin. So he's trying to unpin. We're gonna go here. Now I'm hitting this one. In case that he wants to do something about it. Alright, so takes. Pawn takes. And now short castle. We're still up a pawn. Now we should be careful with this open file. Maybe king e2 is better. I don't see why not. I'm gonna play king e2. Bishop g4 could be a problem there. Bishop g4, h3. Takes. If it is a problem, it's not a serious one. So he drops back. He wants to play c6 or something. Knight e2, which is developing. Oh, I'm taking that knight because the dark squares are very weak. We can't let him get here or here, then it's going to be a problem. So I'm taking that knight. And now we're going to play this position with these knights. Look at these knights. Yeah, so rook here. Just remember that we're up a pawn. Don't forget that. Okay. h3, so he doesn't pin. c5 is a bit rushed, I would say. But I might be wrong. Let's just bring the rook. That is not doing much. Now the knight can't move away, unfortunately. Like, he's just closing the diagonal. I don't think that's okay. I'm gonna play knight here. And then knight here, and then knight here, and here. Yeah, something like that. This and this. Looks like a solid maneuver. I guess he wants to play f5. Feels slow and bad. I'm taking that one. And now knight here. Wait. He has bishop here. Wait, what? Why didn't you take? What the fuck are you doing? Alright. Not my problem. Now I'm up too much material now. I have 2 extra pawns. Why didn't you take that? That's dumb. And she's generating even more holes for my knights. Look at these knights. These knights for the win. This is not it. Now, if I could find a way to target this. Can I go here? I try to play this and this. h6, knight here. It's not really threatening much. Doing much. Maybe
Alexander Malden.
I could make it work, but probably it's not the best plan. Alright, so here, hitting this bishop. Where does the bishop go? This is the best square.
DIEMSOSJ.
But then I'll be happy to sack. I'll be happy to sack on f6. So I can play this check.
Sean.
And get this bishop. And then a beautiful knight on d4. Being removable. And if he plays something else, he's getting fork. So I got this pawn then. Yeah, just take this one. Thank you for the follow, by the way. You can play this. Pawn takes. I take with the rook. Hitting this as well. He has to play nice bishop c6 instead of bishop b5. He goes bishop b5, blunders another pawn. And now
F,
let's go here. He can't take. I have this fork. So he has to give away the bishop. Takes. And then he goes there. Now piece activity is very important. So we have to bring the rook before anything. Now the king is fine on f3, it seems. I go here, check. I sort of blundered a pawn here, stupidly. But my position is great. It looks okay. We have a bunch of checks since the king is in the center. I think like here the best move is probably not taking the pawn, but you're gonna have one chance to do it. And if you don't take now, yeah, when are you gonna take? So check. Another check. And now I guess we have to do something, but I sort of blundered, I guess. I'm gonna take it and then defend. Yeah, he should take that one exactly. Okay. So now simply rook here. Or maybe another check. Maybe a rook, another check. Let's see where he goes. So I had to play rook b4 probably. I have this check as well, which is sort of good. King forces to go. The king is forced to go there. Oh, he's blundering. Because then I take on b7. Yes, that's very good. It feels correct. We have this check now. I can take and defend at the same time. And I don't think I'm getting mated. I'm just going to go here. Yeah, so now we play this. And now we go. Oh, wait. Did I blunder a pawn? I did blunder a pawn if I go there, so I have to go here. It's a bit bad, I would say. I don't want to lose the connected pawns, but I have to sack something here. I should have taken on b2. How much time do I have? If I take, he takes on b2 or maybe h3. He's still winning, come on. Come on, but it's just getting messy, that's the problem. Alright, we're gonna bet for the connected passers. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, so he takes that one, I'm gonna go here now. I miss a5. a5 is a very good move. If he finds it, he didn't find it. I'll go here now, which is helping me a bit. Okay. Can I give a check? Maybe with this rook? He has no checks, which I like. And then we give another one, like this. He has to go down. And he can never take this one. So now I was looking at this.
Bayers,
He can give a check and I block, and then he takes this rook. It's a bit disruptive, but as soon as we trade rooks, we should be fine. So yeah, we block.
unknown,
Wait, I blunder.
Hashimo,
Fucking asshole. You fucking asshole, you blundered that. Oh my god. Am I dead lost now? No, that was so stupid. Oh my god. It feels that it's over.
Jeremy.
It's a bit stupid fucking blunder. Fuck! I saw it, but I didn't calculate it well. I know that he had a tactic, but if he takes on c7, he's just that lost. Ah, what a throw. What a fucking throw. We did everything well and we blundered that tactic, which is so easy to see also. Oh my god. God damn it. Stupid. Alright. Just go to the next game. Oh, stupid. Such an easy win. Maybe not so easy, but clearly winning.
Joe P. Username.
What is this?
VALNAHK.
Ah, bro's trying to play this.
VJAVJ.
Horrible line. I don't like it. Let's go here. Play rook here. Now this pin. Oh, maybe this pawn push was a bit better.
AADEL.
Where does the knight go? I go here, right? I don't like that. I guess we keep the pressure. Spin the other rook. 20. This move stinks. Nah. Let's go here and maybe bishop here.
Unknown.
Thank you for the follow, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not reading your username. It's just that I'm trying not to blunder.
Wick.
Okay. So he is up a pawn. But it's not a great pawn. Should I focus on getting the pawn back? Probably no. Pawn here, knight d4. I don't like that. It's going to be a big problem. Maybe pawn here. Takes. Yeah, I think we have some tactics there. Just going to push. It feels correct because the queen is lined up. Takes. I don't know. I should have calculated a bit more. Because, yeah, knight takes. And then he has to play. Oh, wait. We won. Ah, but he can take on c6. Oh, no, he blundered that. Okay, nice. If he takes on c6, it's probably equal. And now we're winning. Yeah, bishop takes. And if we take here, no, it's not a move. I guess we just drop back. I'm gonna try to put pressure on this pawn now. Yeah, let's just take. Go here. Let's play this. No. Queen e8 probably. Queen c8. Queen c8. And now rook here. And now maybe... A bit annoying. Let's play this. Yeah. Oh, I could go... I just don't want to blunder, so I'm just going to play h5. Queen c7. I'm trying to make things work, but getting a bit hesitant. Let's target the rook. Sorry, the pawn. Aha, so we trade. Should we trade? I guess we should. But at the same time, it feels like this is a bad position for him already. So I'm gonna play king h7. Is he gonna push? Maybe he will push. But then taking with the rook is very risky because I have a check and then queen c6. I was trying to make this work. Any of these sacks. Well, none of them are good. What about pawn takes now? Sorry, rook takes there. Takes, check. It looks super disruptive. I'm about to play it. And I might be able to get the rook back. I'm gonna go for it. It's very disruptive. Okay, so we have a check. Getting a bunch of pawns for it. Another check. Oh, I almost saw a ghost there. Now wherever he goes, we win the rook back. Yeah, we're gonna get it back immediately. We check, which is fantastic. Okay, so he resigned. Nice, good. I mean, I guess it was okay. Yeah. Hey, we got a brilliant move. It's probably the check, right? Sorry, it's probably rook takes e3. Okay. Alright, so that's some redemption from the previous game. Jesus Christ, the previous game was so terrible. Like, blundering in the endgame like that against a weaker player also. It's terrible. Awesome game, you think so? I think it was good, yeah. I don't know if you're awesome, but we stay in control. Okay. I want to get to 2030. That's the goal. Alright, so let's just not blunder pawns. He wants to play d5. Yeah, he's preparing d5. Okay, let's go here. He plays knight there. It's a bit disruptive. Putting a lot of pressure. We could trade everything and try to do something about that. But what about bishop here just pinning? I don't see that is a problem for him. F5 maybe? I'm gonna take. The only reason I'm taking is to simplify a little bit. Now rook here. And also because in some lines he had knight f5 hitting this bishop, and I don't know if I wanna deal with that. I'll force her to go b6. Or maybe c4. If he plays c4, I play this. That wouldn't be a great move. I'm now threatening to take. Oh, nice. This is lovely. I really like this. He goes f6. Which is sort of weird. Can I just take this? He wants to target this, but I have knight here, hitting the bishop, the pawn on b7, as well as the pawn on e6. And I don't know. It feels that I should have tactics already. Does this work? Probably no. I don't want to take the bishop because this is a terrible piece. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go here. That's a clever idea. This bishop is horrible. We need to keep it that way. So now we're gonna place this lovely knight in here. Oh yeah. If you place pawn takes, then the dark squares are gonna be super weak. And look at this knight. Look at this knight. This knight is very good. Yeah, so that was a clever plan.
Reading the mojo.
It looks clever, if you ask me. So now to try to weaken the... I'm gonna try to weaken the dark squares with bishop here.
Jerd.
If we weaken the dark squares, we should have a better position. Now, queen f6 might be up. No, he doesn't have it because the bishop is terrible. I knew that it was a great idea to keep it there. I guess this move is okay for him. But then this is the target. Yeah, so he takes, which is a small concession for sure. Queen f6 is not available. Queen h4 maybe. Oh, he's trying to target the... Yeah, we still have a good position, it feels. But how do we exploit this? Queen b4, it's an idea. Now maybe it's just fighting for the open file. Wait, if I do that immediately, he can just take this pawn. I don't like that. We have to defend the pawn first. Let's go here. Not very happy about this move. But it's a good bishop versus a bad one. For the moment. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. He's getting a lot of activity here. Can I just challenge this rook? Uh-huh. I guess we should take. Look at this with a pawn. Okay, he's getting rid of his weaknesses for sure. Should play rook here. In case that he tries to infiltrate, we can play rook h3. Yeah, that's half queen g5, which I miss. He plays queen g5. But then we can be very active with the big queen, right? We can play queen h5. Is this okay? I should be careful with the mating ideas. But at the same time, bishop b5 runs into check. We're sort of infiltrating, but at the same time, it's not that great. Well, I don't have this check, by the way. Maybe queen b4 then. Queen b4. I guess of queen b8. Trying to pin. Not convinced. Queen here. That's a good move for sure. Because he hits the pawn on d6, which is not easy to defend. So he has to find something really good right now. Which I don't really see so clearly. This is the target. And we can play a4 as well. Is a4 a good idea? Now we have some mating ideas with bishop here. Are you just losing now? This is lethal. If you play something like that, we have this check. Oh no, you're dead lost. He has to find something really, really good right now. If otherwise, it's over. And yeah, the dark square weaknesses, like I said, it was a very good plan. Look at that bishop doing nothing. Alright, so he's trying to stop the check on fa, but this blunders the pawn. So now that we have this pawn, it should be way easier to win. Yes, he has to generate counterplay somehow, right? What does this do? Really, really unclear. I'm taking. Maybe he was hoping that he gets a checkmate like that or something, right? But this is really bad. I have a check. And then I have another one. Oh, but wait. He is hitting the bishop. As well as threatening mate on d1. Which is tricky for sure. And if I go here. And then I give a check. I think I'm fine there. Because if he blocks with the rook. The problem is d6 check. If he takes the bishop, I take the rook. So it's still very, very bad. And I have this one too. Check, check. No, it's really good for me. He's getting mated here if he's not careful. He's also threatening mate, but far from being concerned. This king is way too exposed on the dark squares. So yeah, check. It takes, I take here and it's mate. Very good game. That was a very good game. Bro, miss bishop c3. Maybe I did, but in general terms, I think it was a very solid win. Okay. All right, we got to 2031, which was the goal for today. Get at least 20 or 30
Nab.
blitz points. Okay, let's have a look.
Buffalogan.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Nav. GG, bro. Thank you. Tremendous pressure.
Kuso.
Logan and Kuzo. He had Queen H4 winning a piece. Does Queen H4 work? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that game. That was interesting. There were a bunch of things interesting. I think that one of the key moments was when I didn't take the bishop on d7. I think that was a key moment, if you ask me personally.
Thank you!
So yeah, we missed a bunch of things, but in general, we stay in control. It was only 77% accuracy, so black didn't do very well, and I didn't do very well either. But that's what happens when people play things such as g6. It's really hard to come up with theory when you play a line that is not theoretical. Like, if you look at this, here, that is the first move, d4, okay, and then on the third move of the game, we're out of theory. When that happens, your accuracy will go down. And there's nothing you can do about it because this is just really hard to play since there are no books. But he's being very theoretical with c5. And then here, taking the bishop is very important. Sorry, taking the knight because you don't want to waste time. And then bishop d7.
Machine Man.
There, forcing clarity in the center is good. f6 because you don't have any other pawn break. You have to play it, but it's not a good move also, you see. So we do have a superior position, and it felt that way, especially after knight c5. And then here, this is the type of moves that you need to remember to be a very good chess player, I would say. Like, identity and understanding that the dark squares are weak, that this bishop is doing nothing, and that's why you don't take it. You just go knight d3. And from this point forward, I think that the game was really easy for white, or at least I was calling the shots, right? So yeah, they preferred this move first, which obviously is like the type of things that you should do to be at the highest level. Activating even this piece before getting the knight on e5. And then here, we're still okay. b3 would have been a bit better. And this maybe, yeah, that was a mistake probably. Okay. And then the infiltration is horrible. Why? Because he has queen here. So that was a bad move. It looks so natural and good. So it's queen here. But I look at this move and I thought that it was bad. He plays queen f4. Well, it isn't because the bishop is hanging. And if I go here, it's just made me on. So yeah, that was the comeback for... that was a big blunder then. Yeah, I thought that it didn't work because I look at this and I thought I was okay. It's not. It's just not because there's a checkmate on c1. And now we're winning. Wow, crazy. And then once again, so this is okay. Takes. And then queen f4 with the same idea. So queen g4 makes no sense. He's doing this, but it's just too slow. So this move gets him in the game again. So it was a very difficult position then to navigate. Bishop takes is just a blunder because of queen f4, which is sort of hard to see. Maybe not. Check. And then he goes here. Wow. Wow. No, you need to have some balls to play like that. But there's nothing for white. So it's perfectly acceptable to play this. Because the idea of pushing the pawn is the best move, but it loses the bishop. And now we had to play defense. Defending this mate. And then the king goes here. And we had to play h3. Oh, wow. And black is just better now. They're up a piece. So that's crazy. It didn't even cross my mind that I would be losing. You can have it in the... What? That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's not queen h4 though. What's wrong with queen h4? It's the same idea though. Ah, the problem is rook h3. And then I get like this. There is counterplay on h7. But, yeah, I'm glad that he didn't see it. If he would have found that, I think I would have lost. But he was playing very quickly. And now he was just winning. Oh, boy. I think I better check with the pawn, right? Yeah, we forgot about this style. Okay. Should I play another one? What do you think, chat? We did get a couple of brilliant moves, so we're doing great. Okay, I guess I'll play one more, or no? What do you think? I thought you were taking the piece out of it. No? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you, everyone. No, I think I'm gonna take a break. I think I'm satisfied with my chess. We got a couple of decent wins. We did blunder a win in endgame also, but it was only one. For the rest of the night, we sort of played well. We only had 2 wells. Yeah, only 2 wells. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely night, a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow around this time. Okay? So, thank you. See you. Take care. Bye-bye.